Life brings us face to face with the undeniable truth that people come and go. We bond with others, build connections, and often anchor our emotions to those relationships. Yet what happens when those bonds break? How do you handle the emotional weight when someone no longer occupies the same space in your life? Or when you realize they've never shared the same emotional investment? You might ask, how do I stop caring? Or, can I truly detach emotionally without losing a piece of myself? This is where Stoicism, particularly the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, offers us a path. The Stoics were masters at understanding human emotions not by avoiding them, but by learning how to balance their grip on our lives. Emotional detachment isn't about becoming cold or indifferent, but about regaining the power to act with clarity and inner peace. In this article, I'll guide you through 5 timeless Stoic rules on how to emotionally detach from someone using Marcus Aurelius's wisdom as our beacon. This isn't just about theory. It's practical advice meant to reshape the way you engage with yourself and others. Rule 1. Understand the impermanence of life. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. When it comes to emotional attachments, we often cling to our personal perspective of someone, a narrative we create about their importance in our life. But the reality is, all relationships are transient. One moment you're close, the next they're gone. Whether through distance, death, or the slow fade of intimacy, people leave. It may seem bleak, but this is the Stoics' first rule of detachment. Embrace impermanence. When you realize that no connection is permanent, you become more conscious of the present. Have you ever tried holding on to a handful of sand at the beach? The tighter you squeeze, the quicker it slips away. This is a natural law of life. The more we try to possess something or someone, the faster they fade. Marcus Aurelius would have advised the same, except that things will end, and you will suffer less when they do. Rule 2. Master your emotions through rational thought. There's a tendency to believe that emotions control us. You feel pain, sadness, anger. These reactions come naturally when you're emotionally attached to someone. But here's the hard truth. Emotions are not reality. They are a product of your thoughts, beliefs, and interpretations of events. Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics deeply believed this. We are not at the mercy of our emotions are at the mercy of our thoughts. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Emotional detachment starts with realizing that your mind can govern your emotional state. Your thoughts about someone can ignite a storm of feelings, or they can pacify that same storm. The Stoic response is to shift that focus. Instead of giving your emotions control, ask, what are the facts here? How can I think about this differently? You must choose thoughts that free you from emotional suffering, not thoughts that fuel it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts," meaning your emotions are a direct result of your internal dialogue. The Stoic response is to challenge that automatic emotional reaction with rational thought. Ask, what are the facts? The fact is, they haven't responded. Everything beyond that is speculation. You pause. You recognize that your feelings of anxiety or rejection are not rooted in reality, but in your own thoughts. Marcus Aurelius's advice: question your thoughts. Don't just accept them as truth. Focus on what's within your control, your thoughts, your actions, not the outcome or the person's feelings. By redirecting your mind, you will learn to release the emotional turmoil. Rule 3. Practice negative visualization. At first glance, negative visualization might seem like a strange or even counterproductive practice. Why would anyone want to deliberately imagine losing something or someone they care about? The truth is, this Stoic exercise, championed by Marcus Aurelius, is one of the most powerful tools to help you emotionally detach, not by hardening your heart, but by preparing your mind. The idea is simple but profound. By imagining the worst-case scenario in advance, you lessen its emotional impact when or if it actually happens. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not disturb yourself by imagining the whole of your life's troubles at once. Rather, as each arises, meet it with calmness and self-control." In essence, negative visualization builds resilience. Another aspect of negative visualization is recognizing that loss is a natural part of life. Everything you cherish will one day be gone, either through separation, change, or death. This isn't meant to be a morbid thought, but a liberating one. When you stop expecting permanence, you stop feeling entitled to it. And when you stop feeling entitled, the fear of losing it diminishes. The real gift of negative visualization is that it strengthens your inner resilience. By repeatedly imagining worst-case scenarios, you develop an inner stability that can't be shaken easily. You learn that no matter what happens, you will be okay. And that's the ultimate form of emotional detachment, not from life, but from the illusion that you need things to stay the same in order to be happy. Rule 4. Focus on what you can control. One of the core teachings of Stoicism and one of the most empowering realizations is that there are things within your control, and there are things outside your control. Marcus Aurelius emphasized this over and over in Meditations. Focus only on what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and responses. Everything else, other people's behavior, the outcomes of situations, the passing of time, is outside our control. The more you try to control what's outside your influence, the more you suffer. Emotional detachment, then, is not about becoming cold. It's about letting go of your attachment to outcomes you cannot dictate. The only thing you can control is how you respond. One of the most liberating things you can do for yourself is to embrace emotional autonomy, the idea that your happiness, peace, and emotional stability are not dependent on someone else's behavior or feelings. When you place your emotional well-being in someone else's hands, you give away your power. Instead, you create your own emotional equilibrium, independent of external circumstances. This doesn't mean you care less. It means you stop letting their actions dictate your inner peace. The ultimate goal of emotional detachment isn't indifference, it's acceptance. Acceptance that life is unpredictable, that people are unpredictable, and that no matter how much we wish we could control everything, we can't. Rule 5. Reflect on the bigger picture. When you're deeply entangled in the emotions of a relationship or situation, it's easy to lose perspective. Stoic philosophy, especially through Marcus Aurelius, encourages us to take a step back. He often emphasized that our troubles, fears, and desires are mere fleeting moments in the vastness of time. Ask yourself, Will this pain matter in 5 years? Or does this person truly define my entire existence? When you're overly attached to someone, it's easy to make them the center of your universe. But stepping back reminds you that life is ever-changing and relationships, however intense, are just one part of your journey. Think back to previous relationships or moments when you thought your world was falling apart. Those wounds healed and you became stronger. This is the natural rhythm of life. The Stoics emphasized, everything is transient. Relationships, emotions, situations. And what truly matters is how we respond to these inevitable changes. By reflecting on the bigger picture, you cultivate a sense of inner peace knowing that life will continue to flow, regardless of your temporary attachments. This broader perspective allows you to emotionally detach not because you stop caring, but because you understand that clinging too tightly only leads to unnecessary suffering. Closing. Emotional detachment is not about shutting down your emotions. It's about building resilience and gaining control over how you respond to life's inevitable changes. The Stoic path offers not a quick fix, but a road to inner peace. By embracing impermanence, mastering your thoughts, and reflecting on the bigger picture, emotional detachment becomes an act of self-liberation. So the next time you feel yourself gripping too tightly to someone or something, ask yourself, do I control my emotions, or do they control me? Emotional freedom awaits those who dare to let go. Remember, emotional detachment isn't about feeling less. It's about freeing yourself to feel what truly matters. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom and mindful living. And before you go, drop a comment below. What's one thing you're ready to let go of today? Stay strong. Stay grounded. See you in the next one.